look at the table of contents on the left. We're changing that a lot, trying to reorganize it, trying to make us be able, to members to come in and a little more obvious and where to get help. Because I know it's a little scattered shotgun, and that's my fault. It was taking my brain and putting it here on the service, and I've been studying this for 50 years, and we can't do that because nobody else has 50 years of experience of using this kind of stuff. So I have to reorganize it, and Julia is an expert on this, who's reorganized it. And the most important thing I think we're doing right now is look on the left-hand side. There's something called Unlock Your Goals. And this is where we're trying to help everybody know how to find the help that's available to solve your problems. And we're going to spread this out. Right now we have three items there. One for buying a house, another for getting out of debt and paying your bills, and another one for starting a business. So all these are there, and that's, you sign up to that. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. We're never going to charge you extra. Remember, after you pay, well, actually, if you're a new member for $1, even now that dollar ends in 5 days. So in 5 more days since you're there, then we're going to bill you $20 unless you say stop it. And that's what we charge, is $20 a month, and never anything more. That's all you'll get unless you bought 12 months or something like that. And it's really less. But no, we don't have any surprise billings like they do at the hospital. So it's important that first day, okay, that's what you want to do, I think. First go with the onboarding. We have something there called onboarding. Welcome message, okay? And that's what you want to do, okay? Matthew's welcome message, okay? And get there, and grant news may be interesting, but more importantly, you want to get down to unlock your goals and choose what's there. If you want to browse around or something, I mean, we got so much stuff here. Maybe sign up for your state, things like that on the bottom there. And we're even getting that a little better. So we're in the middle of a lot of changes, so bear with us. But also, if you're not a dollar person, but if you're a $20 person, then sign up for our grants. We have 4 grants every month, okay? And the next one is free laptop computers, because we feel everybody should have a laptop. It's hard to do it on your phone. I mean, people do it. We have members that go on their laptop and get a lot of grants, but I think that's really hard. It's hard to fill out forms and things like that. So that's why we give away 30 laptop computers on the 30th of every month. So make sure you do that. And when people are looking on YouTube and don't know what we're talking about, this is our lescohelp.com. This is where we have actually 12,000 members helping each other apply to government programs. So benefits and grants and everything the government has to offer. And we give one-on-one help, unlimited, by us or members. And then also you want to do is sign up for, let's see, what do we call our calendar? So if you go to the calendar, you see like today at 4 o'clock, Roger is going to show you how to use AI to get grants. AI is a great leap to help people get grants, because the problem with Google is it shows you everybody. So you're using AI, and so you'll get 200 million websites, and you can't do anything with that if you put a grant in there. But if you use AI, you could do that. Only the authentic grants, and authentic grants come from nonprofit organizations and government offices. So you're never going to get oh, actually, I see that. Why is he there now? Oh, teaching sessions. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was live now, but he's on 4 o'clock. Then at 9:30 tonight, we got Tony, and then it goes on tomorrow. We usually have 3, 4, 5 hours of one-on-one help that you could ask your questions personally to the researchers and members that have already received money and going through the process of figuring that out. because it's not things that people are used to. We're used to dealing with salesmen who will do everything to get your money. These are organizations that don't want to get your money. They want to give you money. So you have to find them and do that effort. And see, our country is made up of 40% of our whole economy is made up of people who want to give you money. This is what that is here. This section of the whole economy. This is this part that wants to give you money. This is the part that wants to get your money, okay? And that's Google. So that's capitalism. Capitalism and Google wants to get your money. Community wants to give you money, okay? And that's where we live together and try to help each other, okay? Now capitalism works pretty good for us, so we do that a lot. But then there's the community. We help people grow their life. I mean, that's what the community does, is help you grow, whether it's education or healthcare and things like that, for you to have a life so you could participate in capitalism. Or if you have financial problems, and buying a home or starting a business or getting rid of debt, things like that. There's organizations, nonprofit and government offices that have the money and expertise to help you like that. This side is only .gov and .org. This side is .com. So that's Google. So you can't go to Google and find these people. So that's why we're here, to show you the community of our society that is there to help you and solve financial problems and get you out of problem. I mean, that's what we do for each other in community, unless we're assholes, and we don't care. But if you're human, we should care for other people, right? And that's what that is. And of course, some people take advantage of it, and there's all kind of ifs, ands, or buts. But don't worry about that. I just want to show you reality. I don't want to tell you what's good and bad, because I don't know either. I mean, we're all guessing, we're all struggling in life. And I think the nicest thing about life is when you accept that everybody in life is struggling, just like you are, just on different issues and things. And we're all trying as best we think we can. And that's what the community is. Our 12,000 people are like that. We treat everybody with love and kindness, because I think that's the key. It's easy to be an asshole and yell at people and scream, but it doesn't grow your heart. And I think, at least for me, and I'm sure I didn't think as much like this when I was 30, 40, 50, but now the last thing I have to grow is my heart. I'm not going to get stronger. I'm not going to get faster. I'm not going to get smarter, but I think I could love harder. And that's what I feel that everybody, how is Tula here live also? That's interesting. Tula's live and I'm live. That's it. And so it's growing your heart. I mean, that I think is the most important thing to make you feel comfortable in life. Life is going to beat you up no matter who you are. And that's what we're all here to suffer through, is all the bad stuff that's going to happen to us. And because you're human, that's going to happen. So you have to, and I think the way you protect your heart is by growing it and giving other people love, so that comes back to you. But let me tell you a little bit about how I see government programs. And we know there's people out there trying to change things, right? And well, we have to get rid of this debt. I don't know how the hell we're going to do it. And maybe this guy will do it, but he's doing it being mean to people, as far as I could see. And that's a silly way to help people. But anyway, we have a country that now has more millionaires and billionaires than anybody else in the world, okay? So we have 24 million millionaires. Okay, you probably guessed that, because we're a big company, whatever. Number 2 is China. They have 6 million millionaires. Number 3 is Japan with 3 million. United Kingdom is almost 3 million. So we're creating rich people, right? We do that pretty well. So in some of these oil countries, they create billionaires because they sit on all the oil. But what's amazing to me is how could a country that creates the most millionaires in the world also create the most poor people? Not in the whole world, but in the developed countries. So there's about 35 or 40 developed countries in the world. So in those developed countries, and this is where the data comes from, it's called the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So all these developed countries get together and keep an eye on each other and compare data. Well, they compare data about poverty, the poverty rates in all these developed countries. So all the rich countries in the world, not the poor countries. We're not talking about Sierra Leone or something like that. No, these are developed countries. You know, Japan, Spain, Italy, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Germany. Well, the average rate for poverty is about 10%. We're at 17+%, and we're the number one poor people. We're number one in poor people in the world, and that's what is. I mean, I don't see anybody talking about that as a problem. We're talking about spending, and yes, that is a problem. But it seems that why does spending have to be, to cut spending, have to be on the backs of the poor people? I mean, this should be some kind of clue. We're doing something wrong here. I mean, how do you become the wealthiest country in the world and create more poor people? I don't know. That doesn't sound like a cool place to live. And it's not that we're not growing. We're growing. I mean, here's the GDP. That's gross domestic product. How much stuff, you know, how much money that comes out of the United States every year. See, it's growing like hell. So 350%, okay? But even with that, we're creating more poor people. So we're growing like hell and creating more poor people. Well, what's going on here? Well, the way I see it, and I'm sure other people have maybe other opinions, is let's look at who gets the money. Who gets all this growth that's coming? So this is growing like hell. So this is all the money we're creating every year. Okay, now who gets that? Okay, look at wages, okay? The green line is the top 10% wage earners. Okay, so they did pretty well, right? Top 10% looks like the same line as our growth of a whole country, all right? They did well, the top 10%. But look at this red line. They went nowhere. You know what the red line is? The bottom 90%. So the bottom 90% in the last 50 years, and this is 50 years of data, okay, from 1980 to present, 1979 actually, to present. So if you see the bottom 90%, that red line, wages grew only 33%. So in 45 years or more, the bottom 90% of our workforce, wages grew only 33%. But, okay, so at least they grew. They didn't grow 200% like the top 10%. They grew 300%. Okay, but what's happened in the meantime is consumer prices. So what you had to buy in America grew by 300%. Okay, over the same period. This is the consumer price index. So you go to the grocery store and eggs are double the price now. That's because of the consumer price index. That's the cost of what it costs you to live is growing at almost 300%. But 90% of us had wages growing only 30%. So if your prices of living is growing 300% and your wages are only growing 30%, you're underwater. You know, and everybody's trying to fight, you know, inflation. Well, that's inflation. Yeah, but why shouldn't we fight wages? The problem, these people don't have a problem with inflation, right? Because their income grew with inflation. These people have the problem with inflation, okay? So this, to me, seems like the problem. People can't live with inflation because they're not growing with the economy. The economy is growing like hell. Is that it? Yeah. The economy is growing like this, but their wages, oh, that's the other one. I feel like a puppet show. Their wages aren't growing. Or the economy is growing, and the top 10% are growing, but the bottom 90% aren't. So I think that's why people are angry about that. So I want to also talk about the way to deal with that is government programs, I feel. Now that's biased, I'm sure. If you're true capitalists, you say we shouldn't have any. But how are you going to fix this problem? If you have another way to fix the problem, fine. Will the churches do this? No. Are companies doing this? No. So what's left? Find me somebody who's going to solve that problem. And it seems like government. So, we have programs already set up to solve a lot of these problems, but people don't know about it. And the rich use the hell out of them. See, that's the other thing. To me, it's the rich are using these programs more than poor people that really need them. So that's why they get discouraged when they hear DOGE and he's cutting back, and he's making a lot of noise and certainly hurting a lot of people, particularly if you work for the government. He's causing a lot of pain and cruelty, I think, that he's causing. Not really doing much to the debt, though. He's doing a lot to disrupt what the government tries to do for us, make the water clean, and scientific stuff. I mean, a lot of things. Okay, so he's just coming in and firing everybody. It looks like more than anything. The real dollars that the government's going to give out will still go up this year, no matter what. It's baked into the system. He can't. So maybe this is a way he thinks to get rid of that. If there's nobody to hand out the money or something, but the money has to come out. Yeah. And actually, most of what he's doing, or they're doing, is really in the courts. So, they say it's not legal. They say it is legal, and the courts are very few. I think about 70% or more of these things are not accepted by the courts yet. So that's in limbo. And I don't think he cares. He just wants to disrupt. And it seems to be cruel to people. I mean, he did this with his businesses, and he did that. So he thinks he should do it with our country, too. So while we're figuring that out, you should not believe that the government is gone. You should not believe that there's no more money. They're giving out more money than ever before. But it just may be hard to get somebody to answer the phone, but it's there. And see, the thing is, there's always an option. When you go look for government grants and they say, oh, we ran out of money for some reason, you have more places to go. It's not only one place for any problem. There's so many places, but the average person doesn't know that. They think that, okay, government programs, there's one program. No, that's not at all. There's county, local government, city government, state governments. They all have programs. It's not just the federal government. Like now, let's take a sample, okay? And I've used this sample a lot, but if you go, and now don't go to Google. So you can't go to Google to find out what's going on in the government. That's the last place you want to go. It's not going to show you. It's just going to show you capitalism. Everybody wants to get your money. If you need the money, someone to give you, that's our community. And that's the government and nonprofit organization. And one place to go that is helpful to find those people is a website called findhelp.org. So if you go to findhelp.org right now, in this station, findhelp.org, and put in your zip code. I'll put in mine, 20009, and it's true for anywhere. And you will see a big sign there that says 3,603 programs in my zip code. That means there's 3,603 organizations that are government organizations or nonprofit organizations, because they'll never ask you for money, that are there to give you money and help for any problem, okay? That's what they're there for. And this is what I think people have to know more than know about this more now, because everybody's scaring the pants off them that the government's going to go away by Thursday or something, and that's just stupid. and it's going to stop people from solving problems. People are hurt out there. You see, we have more poor people in our country than any other developed country, so that means they're in trouble. And when you're poor, you don't have time to think. You don't think, well, I was reading a lot of reports on this stuff, and it says being poor is sort of like trying to work all day when you can't get any sleep. So when you can't get any sleep, can you repeat the website? Findhelp.org. Find, FINDHELP.org. Find, FINDHELP.org. And if you're looking for us, we're at leskohelp.com. So we're a .com. We're going to charge you money, and that's $20 a month. So findhelp.org will not charge you money. They'll help you show you where the free money is. They don't have us in there because we charge. Okay, so you put in your zip code, you find that. So my zip code is 3603. My zip code is 20009. But the number of programs in my zip code is 3,600. Okay, now let's say you put in rent. Put in rent, and what do I get there? It's like a game show, right? Let's see what you got, Johnny. There's 76 organizations in my zip code that help you with rent. 76 organizations that help you with rent. These are all nonprofits. These are all things that you think DOGE is getting away with. You're going to eliminate. They're not. They're not. Okay, they're going to try, but they're not. And even if they got rid of a couple, and it's maybe on the road. But don't let that what's going on in Washington think that's a complete. It's happening all over. No, it's not. They're attacking it one way as much as they can, and I guess. But that's still, there's still sunshine out there tomorrow. Actually, there's a lot more here today, which is awfully nice. So, and you put 76 now. Here you have to learn how to do something different. It's not just filling out an application. The way you use nonprofit organizations is talking to people, because these are people who run these nonprofit organizations, are there, they get paid no matter what you do, no matter how much they help you or not help you, they get the same paycheck. So this is different. So they're not trying to see, people in Google only get paid if they get money from you. So this is different. But more importantly, the government is complicated for people who haven't used it before. So it's hard to understand what is there and what is right for you. So what you have to do is start calling these organizations that help people like you looking for rent, or if you're looking for housing, you're looking for health care or education or jobs or anything. These are all nonprofit or government offices that get paid to help you find the right place for you. And that's what you have to have. If there's 70 places, you have to find out which of those 70 places are right for you. And you do that by talking to people. You go down that list. It's like going out for a date, and you see a whole bunch of ladies there, or men, or whatever you're going to want to date. And you start going down the list. Hey, you want to go out? You want to go out? And that's the only way it's going to happen. They're not going to jump out to you and say, oh, let me go out with you. That's not going to happen, right? So you have this, like getting a job. You don't sit out, at home and wait for them to call you. No, they're not going to call you. I think there's a guy living over there. I bet he's right for this job. No, you can't do that. And then if the one doesn't hire you because you look too funny or dress like a clown or something like that, then you have to go next door. Somebody who's more open-minded about maybe my skills will work there. Follow the live career thing. So that's the important part of finding this help, is getting on the phone and talking to people. Because if you don't do that, you're just going to go round in circles and circles and not get anything. You have to get, and that's why we have live workshops that experts are there who's gotten the money like this, are there to answer your question and tell you how they got it so you can learn from them and do it and get all your questions answered so you could keep going forward. That's another reason why we only charge $20, because it may not happen quickly and you may need help again. You run into another roadblock. See, to do anything new, you have to be ready for roadblocks and bumps in the road, because life is not easy. And doing something like new is even harder. So it's like riding a bicycle for the first time. You're gonna fall on your butt a bunch of times before you learn how to manage this thing and stay upright, okay? It's the same with your computer. So you're gonna look for grants the first time, same thing. If you're not ready to take the bumps in the road, maybe you'll get lucky and maybe you get hit by lightning too, but don't count on it. I mean, I know it's stupid to say that because, but if you really, I'm trying to help people who really need the help. And if you don't really need it, you'll just be disappointed, because you need to have something to make you get there. Because this is, I think, the only help. Where else are you going to get money for free? Yeah, I mean, there's nobody but this stuff. Not in Google, unless you get scammed. Yeah. And that's the problem there. So to me, you don't have options, most of us anyway, unless you have a rich uncle, okay. Then you got somewhere easier. You're gonna marry somebody rich, okay. And then you got somewhere easier. But other than those things, or actually you could get a mask and a gun and go to 7-Eleven at night. But without that, this is the option. And it's not a fairy tale. Hundreds of millions of people use this every year to change things. You could right now apply to programs, and you have to find them where you live. This is why you have to learn this. So you could put job training in here. Now let me put job training. You need a better job, a higher paying job. And see, the government will train you for a higher training job. Job training. Okay. Okay, for jobs. Okay, for jobs, there's 717 700 organizations that help you get a better job. Train you for free. There are programs that they'll pay you up to $40,000 or more a year without a degree to learn a skill that when you get the training, you make $100,000. See, everybody thinks you have to pay $40,000 a year by going to college and maybe make $100,000, and you wind up working on a barista in Starbucks. You know? So that's not a sure rate of anything. Programs, I think, are better than what you find in Google. Anything, job training programs, let's put in job training. So anything, you want to be a computer geek or whatever and not go to college, you can do that here. Job, no, damn, I keep, job. Job training, okay, what do we have? 349, just in my zip code. Can you believe that? 349 organizations will train you for free to get a better job. 349. Okay. This is why I do this every day, because there's help like this out there for people that they don't know, and they're going around and getting frustrated and getting pissed off and getting angry and hurting loved ones or whatever. That doesn't have to happen. You have to know what's out there. Need help as far as getting a reliable vehicle and a tiny home. Okay, Tiffany. Download your state grant. The state, what do we call that? We have a state-by-state thing. Okay, so Lesko grant. Okay, U.S. regional hubs. That's what it is. They're working that out now. I'm not sure where. Oh, there's North Carolina still out there. Okay, you have that. And then go up to in unlock your goals, buy a home. Okay, start in that process because you want to buy a tiny home. But go through that process. And they're the people you talk with. There's 10 or 12 organizations right there in where you live. And you have to talk to all of them. I mean, we all want a shortcut, sure. I need help getting my credit fixed. Tiffany, okay, go to that unlock your goals and make an appointment there. It shows you how. Go to the credit card and whatever. It's all set up for you, all ready to go, okay? I need one-on-one help, cancer recurrence, and financial assistance for care and expenses, please. Okay, Christian, go to that item under unlock your goals, okay? And start by talking to a financial counselor, okay? And then the second step is there. You have people that will get your things forgiven. Actually, how to get, and there's help there too on how to get the, what do you call it? The healthcare bills forgiven. So that's where you have to start. There's no magic help for it. Now what you have to do is contact these individuals and start talking to them about what your issue is. Don't say you want a grant, don't say you need money. You just need help, because they are also in a position to point you to the right place to do this, okay? And that's what's the most important about what we have. Hi, from Portland, Oregon. Well, I just did something from Portland, Oregon. State of Georgia, yay! I used to go to Cordial, Georgia a lot. I am in Waynesville, listening and learning. Where's Waynesville? Is that like Wayne's World from SNL? I get an error message when I try any of these links. I don't think anybody, what links are you trying? Let us know. We'll see what we could do. Here's a current list of 40 possible resources for you. Here's a help. Okay. And by the way, healthcare, yes. Who's the lady who's suffering from the cancer? Look at this: the healthcare, dental care, and pet care, and prescription drugs, medical care, hearing aid, caretaker, disability. Okay, see what Tammy gave you down there, okay? That's the other link for there. Christy to Eugene, Oregon, $99 a year, $1 a week, $20, $39 for a book. No links, same money, red flag scam. Beatrice, I mean, don't waste your time. We'll give you your money back. I don't know what you want, but no, we don't. If you misunderstood or that's why we'll always give. If you misread something about what we do, we don't give you money. We show you the best possible sources for you to get money where you live. Nobody could give you money except the people that actually give it. Anybody on the internet saying that we'll get you money, they're the scammers, because nobody can promise you get money. We can't promise you get money. We can only show you where the potential sources are, and then you have to do the work. So maybe you don't want to do the work, that's understandable. And we'll refund your money if we feel misled you, so don't worry. Do you say dollar members can apply for Lesko grants? No, dollar members cannot apply for Lesko grants. No. And I just sent out money to somebody who won 3 of them today. Wow, I can't believe it. At $2,000. Oh, that sort of hurts as an I see money going out the door like that. Did you say that? No. Good afternoon, fam. Hi, Deborah. They mail it to you. Or yes, we mailed the laptops, Deborah. You're right. Deborah Knights. Did you get one? Good afternoon, Matthew. Let's go. Irving. Hi, Irving. Hi from Portland. Rose. Scarlett. Did we straighten all that out, Rose? Michelangelo. Wow. You are the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles that my kids were involved in. I just joined. I'm unemployed and really in a bad financial situation. Okay, Christina, what you want to do first is go over to, what do you call it? Unlock your goals section and go on bills and debt and start making an appointment as soon as possible with a free financial counselor. You do that. And now to get another job, here's the places. There's 2 places you want to go. You want to go to careeronestop.org, okay? and make an appointment. See, it's all about talking to people. So you go to careeronestop.org. What happened to that? Oh, I see it there. Okay, you go to careeronestop.org, put in your zip code, and make an appointment, and talk to somebody there. Then you go to find, then you go to your local community college. They now have a lot of grant money to help train people for a job. Okay, here's Tammy's got you there to do that. Local community college, and make an appointment with a counselor. And see what kind of programs they have locally to get training for a better job. It's all there, and it's all, it can be for free, so check with them, because if you go to Google, you're gonna get people want to get $10,000 from you, and that's crazy. Then the other thing you want to do is go to findhelp.org and search your zip code, and then search job training. Give me your zip code. Let's see what the kind of programs are where you are. Who asked me that question? Who needs help right away? Who is that? Boy, I think I lost that. Good afternoon. Let's go. Oh, Evelitz. That's nice. My account email is different than the one that is used to entry mining. Lesko app. Is there? If you're in, you're in. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But if you do have an issue like that, it's leskohelp@gmail.com and ask for Magic Mary. That's leskohelp@gmail.com and then ask for Magic Mary. Okay. Unlock your goals. Yes. The goals toes. Okay. Any other question here? Okay. And then start calling those people. I mean, if there's 200 people, just start randomly calling. Hey, this is what I want to do. Can you suggest where to go? I mean, people want to help each other, particularly if they're doing work like this. If they're doing work in capitalism, no, they don't want to talk to you unless they could get money from you. So, but these are different people. They will talk to you, and they'll talk to you forever, particularly if you're nice, because they get the same page. So they're not trying to get you off the phone because they have to make money. They already made their money. So that's why these are different kind of people you have to learn how to use. When do you call? What do you say? You don't have to worry. You call whenever they're open, okay, Gloria, and you just say, I need help. Hey, I'm looking for a job. I need help. Can you suggest any places, and see what happens? And then you follow up on what they say. How do you get rid of credit card debt? And unlock your goals section, okay? That's what you want to do, is unlock your goals section, okay? And Gloria, what do you do, what to say? Yeah, no, nobody's used to doing that. And that's why the nicer you are, the more help you'll get. Because they want to help people. The nicest thing in the world is to help somebody, right? And help somebody who's appreciative, not somebody who thinks you're an asshole because you work for the government. That's just stupid. You have to get a different mindset. And that's the important thing. How to make an appointment with a free financial counselor. There, Tammy's on it. Tammy's on it, ready to go. Ready to go, ho, ho, ho. Okay, listen, I gotta go do another, what do you call those things, podcast soon. So let me go, and thank you for putting up with me. And I will be back. My screen faded. I'm not sure why my question was answered. I'm not sure if, not sure, what's the question, Cleopatra, before we get out? My screen froze, okay. Bye, Amy. Cleopatra, what was the question? What was the question? Maybe I could find it up here quickly. Cleopatra, Lesko help different from this site. Yeah, lesgohelp.com is the sales for this site, Cleopatra. So this site where you are now is where it happens. This is where you get the help. Lesgohelp.com is where you get to pay some more if you want. That's what, maybe you came in on the dollar, so you came in on lesgodollar.com. What is a good doc? Doctor for what? Chiropractor? Or not sure what doc. No, we have tabs. Look on the left-hand side. All the tabs are there. Oh, Google Doc. That's what you are. Tammy was ahead of me again. Man, this 81-year-old brain is getting slower. So let me go, guys. I'll talk to you soon, and make sure you ask questions. Okay, see the question corner on the side over there, and start asking those questions so we can help you. Cleopatra, I'm glad you're here. Wow. That was stupid.